Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Doon Kennedy Hobart Aquatic Centre as we get ready for the final of our bronze medal games here on day 9, the last day of competition in this, the 4th Age Group World Underwater Hockey Championships. We've got another classic battle in the under-23 men's division here with Colombia taking on New Zealand to try and lock down that third place and get some silverware for the cabinet back home. And joining me in the commentary on my left here, I have Ben Richards, the number 8 from the New Zealand under-23 men, who's sitting out this game. Ben, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching this game. Annoyed I can't be in there to help the boys out, but it'll be really good. We love Colombia. Colombia is an awesome team, diverse, and lots of respect for Colombia. So we're going to have a great game. I think it'll be quite an even match game. Colombia getting 2-0 against Turkey, I believe. Is that right?
Correct. Going down 2-0, yeah.
So, yeah, I think this game will be real tight, and if both teams bring it, it's going to be an awesome game to watch.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fast swimming and a lot of action in there. Ben, I notice your hand's pretty heavily strapped there, mate. You want to just let the fans back home know what's going on and let them know you're okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
A little bit of excessive friction taking its toll there, mate.
Just right thumb, just getting some heat burns on the inside of it.
Yeah, the hockey stick is, it's quite hard to hold, It's still sore from the Turkish game. But yeah, thanks, guys. Wow, PG.
That's called a snooker there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, on my right I have Stuart Parkinson, commentator extraordinaire. Stu, great to be joining you in the booth again.
Always a pleasure to be here with you, lads, and I'm sure the banter will flow thick and hard over the next 30 or 40 minutes as we see the last 2 minutes of this pre-game time tick over. Very exciting, both teams very hard swimmers, very skillful. We've also got Para from Colombia joining us in the box. He's just getting sorted with his pear and coffee mixture he's got going on. Hello, Para.
Just water. Muy bien. Este partido por la medalla de bronce. Saludos a todos en casa. New Zealand, Colombia, dos equipos con un estilo de juego muy similar. Vamos a ver, al igual que ayer, un partido de muchas emociones. Esperemos que Colombia pueda lograr su medalla.
Right. Let's have a look at how the teams have travelled here. So we started off in the quarterfinal rounds there, where the Colombian team took on the Australian team and took over them 4-0 in that game. The Kiwis playing against South Africa, sorry, was it? You guys played in the quarterfinals, Ben? Great Britain, sorry. Kiwi playing GB in the quarterfinals and progressing there. And then yesterday in the semis, New Zealand coming up against a very polished French outfit, and unfortunately for them going down, but progressing here to the bronze medal game, the Colombian team going down against a very polished Turkish outfit and putting them into this game here for the bronze medal with just under a minute to go, Stu. It's going to be a great game.
It will be an awesome game as we'll just cut to Para to have say a couple of hellos to some people on the live chat there, Para.
Sí, ya vemos mucha gente activa en el chat de YouTube. Gracias por estar ahí. Juan Pablo Álvarez nos recuerda que este un partido fue el del Mundial en Castellón por la medalla de bronce. Colombia-New Zealand se repite nuevamente. Esperemos que esta vez sea favorable para Colombia. La vez pasada perdimos ese partido, los chicos entraron muy bajitos de ánimo. Esperemos que hoy yo los vi, acabé de hablar con ellos, están muy animados, muy concentrados y con seguridad que van a dar todo en la cancha y vamos a tener la medalla de bronce para Colombia.
And Shane Blake there welcoming Ben back to the commentary booth, as we all are, with 5 seconds to go here in this, the last bronze medal match at the 4th World Age Group Underwater Hockey Championships, getting underway with a big swim-off from both teams, and it's the Colombians hitting the puck first there, Ben.
Yes. Looks like, in this kind of competition, we need to have the first position on the puck and need to get that drive on, So whoever gets the puck and swims with it and scores the first goal has a better chance of winning. So the boys will be pushing hard and going for their best,
Yeah, to see a black getting behind the puck there, Stu.
Yeah, it is. They're doing a good job of putting some early pressure on the Colombian defenders here on that far side wall. You can see here the corner camera is a new addition to the camera angles that we've got in this quarter as the Colombians go on a nice little counter-attack there, Para.
Sí, vemos que para este partido, este día final de los Juegos por Medallas, tenemos dos nuevas cámaras que están ubicadas encima de las porterías y eso mejora, esa es una de ellas, mejora mucho la visibilidad del juego, defiende New Zealand, Colombia ataca muy bien por el centro, esperemos que, faltó presión.
Yeah, the Kiwis just running into a bit of a traffic each other. It was a big hit by Kuya Pegway on the far side to start this drive off as they push hard underneath, but we've got a signal on the surface pointing towards the referee.
Bien. Emanuel Zapata, muy bien, gol de Manuel Zapata. Copacabana presente en el marcador, 1-0, marca Colombia muy temprano, un muy buen trabajo de los chicos, una pasilla al medio, y Emanuel aguanta la apnea para marcar ese primer gol del partido.
Yeah, number 4, Emmanuel Zapata putting that one in, Stu, an incredibly skillful Colombian player, but started by that work from Kuya Pegway there.
Yeah, the initial push that the Colombians had, their player was very isolated and the Kiwi guys did a good job of defending him and cutting him down. But the Colombians recycled well, and that second attack there was obviously very effective there, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. Colombia, finding space and then some overlaps. So very, very well done by Colombia. But New Zealand needs to push hard to come back here. Good swim here by, it looks like, Scott Nell.
Yeah, strong swimming from Scott there to put the Kiwis on the front foot as they're getting numbers behind and some strong driving. Desperate work on the puck. We've got a great view here from the camera above, Stu, but we've got a signal on the deck. Looks like Alex there signalling a stick infringement against NZ, and Colombia getting let off there, Stu.
Yeah, it was an interesting defensive move there by number 13, Kuya Pegway. He actually hit that Kiwi attacker and tried to drive back further across the far side of the tray, which is obviously not where the puck wants to go, so they got let off the hook a little bit there, Para.
Muy bien, Colombia defendió muy bien esa pastilla. Afortunadamente New Zealand cometió una falta y nos permitió salir de esa presión con una falta a favor. Saludos a Nora, la mamá de Manuel, que está pegada a la transmisión. Ya vio Nora todos los sacrificios que estás haciendo, dan sus resultados. Primer gol de Colombia por cuenta de Manuel Zapata.
Colombians putting a lot of aggressive pressure on the Kiwis here as their backline tries to kind of control this and roll it out. But we've got a breakout here and a strong swim. Who's that dolphin kick there, Ben?
That's Louis Birch doing really well. Good aggression there. New Zealand playing really positive hockey. Almost a little bit too positive. Need to slow it down and just wait for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They've definitely showed they can play a brand of as Nick Healy shakes his head on the flick that goes out there, Ben.
That's right. Nick can get back in there and hopefully set up a good drive. There we go. Go, Nicky.
You can see a whole bunch of stick candy being thrown down here by both teams at the moment. Both teams, as we said before, very skillful, and if you want to pick up your own version of stick candy, please go to hydrounderwaterhockey.com and have a look at their fare as Emmanuel, number 4 for Colombia, goes on a nice right-hand drive there, Para.
Sí, muy bien, veíamos ahí un avance de Manuel después de un pase de, creo que era Cuy el que lanzó la pastilla, y tenemos una aglomeración cerca de la portería, cerca de los relevos de New Zealand. Colombia sigue presionando, ganando territorio y manteniendo la presión alta sobre New Zealand. Son equipos que tienen estilos de juego muy similares.
And we've got Ben's brother Marcus weighing in the chat and saying it's great to hear you again here, Ben.
I love you, Marcus. Good to hear. So Colombia's got us in a really really dangerous part of the pool. Looks like there's a stick infringement against New Zealand. New Zealand will get in some good subs and hopefully defend this puck and hold up the defense of Colombia.
Yeah, it's a classic start to a final here in my mind, Stu. Both teams coming out with a lot of energy and putting a lot of energy on the puck. And for me, it'll probably be the team that settles down and starts taking control that's going to put themselves in the best position in this game.
Yeah, that's right. It would be interesting to see which one of these teams actually just slows down a little bit, as Benny was saying before, and focuses on possession and picking their moment. Both teams really trying to force all their attacking drives. As you can see, the Kiwis doing a good job of pressing the Colombians all the way down the pool with a nice little double team there, Para.
Sí, vemos ahí una salida muy buena de New Zealand por el centro, haciendo unas trenzas, unas pequeñas diagonales, muy bien defendida por Colombia. Ahora Colombia toma posesión de la pastilla y la lleva hacia el muro. Vemos el avance nuevamente de Manuel Zapata por el muro lejano a las cámaras.
Definitely a positive start for the Colombians. They've shown to be a strong defensive outfit in this tournament. But New Zealand getting up 4-0 over Colombia in the round robin game, Ben. But as we know, finals hockey is a whole different kettle of fish. As we see a strong break there from the Kiwi swimmers.
Yes, they're doing really well. The second phase just seems to be not happening for New Zealand. Little mistakes, but there is a good play by Nick Healy, getting the puck back forward to the forwards of New Zealand.
Yeah, dangerous position. Highway to the danger zone here, Stu.
Yeah, they're right in the middle of the highway there as the puck goes in. It looks to me like that's goal number 1 for the New Zealanders. So they draw it up 1 apiece, and I think that might be number 7 there for the New
I believe
Zealanders.
so. Scott knows.
Yeah, the strong dolphin kick of Scott Knowles, putting in that drive earlier in the game, and they're putting one on the scoreboard for himself, Para, and the Colombians go 1-1.
Sí, vemos que se empata el partido con una jugada similar a la que está acostumbrada a hacer Colombia para marcar sus goles. Fueron una serie de diagonales y trenzas cortas por todo el centro que les permitió acercarse a la portería, bueno, y anotar este gol. Hay que esperar la reacción colombiana. Tiempo fuera de New Zealand. Recuerden que hoy está descansando Iván y Andrés Pérez.
You can see Hamish, Louis and the rest of the lads just kicking back on the sidewall, listening to Matty Hart, the dad bod aficionado of the Kiwi lineup. We've got 35 seconds remaining in this timeout by the New Zealand lads, and a really close competition playing out here, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. Boys are playing hard, and it seems like they are just starting to slow the puck down, which is working well for us. Colombians playing out of their skin and finding those gaps still, and are down a lot. So it's good to see awesome even match semi-final.
Yeah. Hamish Arthur, the number 2 there, sucking in some big breaths and getting ready for the game to get underway as we count down to the end of this timeout and get back going there, as we're both teams ready to go here with just under 9 minutes left in this game, Stu.
Yeah, interestingly, in this first period of this first half in this final, the Colombians have been the ones that have been getting a lot of advantage puck for stick infringements by the Kiwis, which is actually a turnaround from yesterday's game the Colombians played against Turkey, where they got pinged a lot for stick infringement. So a bit of a turnaround, yesterday versus today. It'll be interesting to see how the refs call this game from here on in there, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like the Colombians are pushing hard, and both teams just swimming with the puck and losing it and back and forth. But seems like Colombia's coming out with the puck here.
Yeah, it's very nervous hockey. Both teams really just hitting it in this contest, as neither team really grabbing the bull by the horns and running with it, Para. As he finishes off a bit of his apple there, a classic referee, always caught for words. We see a very Fabio with his flowing locks, Kilpatrick there, an aggressive signal on the free arm for that one there.
Looks like
that likely to be in your team, Ben?
It looks like it was to Nick Healy, I believe.
He does have a big bod to throw around in there. He's certainly not the dad bod, but he's definitely got a bod of some sort, Stu.
Yeah, well, I mean, Matty Hart back in the day was a very fit lad, and he's still obviously at peak fitness, just surrounded by dad bod. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that Nick Healy will never end up with the same kind of rig there, Ben.
Well, actually, back in the day, I think Nick Healy's physique is the same of Matt Hart's. Nick being quite chubby when he was younger, and now very fit. And now actually what's happened for Matt, he was very thin, and he was actually a model back in the day.
Yeah, look, something Stu can relate to. Stu's nickname as a child was actually Pud. So
I can't believe you mentioned that. True. Yeah, harsh but fair. As this game continues, the Kiwis coming straight down the centre channel on a really nice hard swim, contested by the Colombians, but they recycle it very well down that centre channel there, Para.
Bueno, vemos un nuevo avance de los Kiwis hacia la portería colombiana con esa estrategia que les mencionaba minutos antes de hacer las trenzas por todo el centro de la cancha. Ahora una falta que comete Colombia, cobra New Zealand a unos 6-7 metros de la portería. En el agua tenemos muy buenos jueces, sabemos que están pues señalando lo que realmente ven y afecta efectivamente el juego.
Yeah, good vision there from just above the goal trays. We see the Kiwis flicking that in, but we've seen another call as the Colombians clear it out. It's illegal knockdown there, so that's Alex, the French referee, signalling. Nice crisp hands at the French signals. Always good with their protocol, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some really good refs, and this is actually a really good bunch of refs for this game. I'm really happy with it. Quite fair and love a flowing game, so lots of play on, and which is always a good game in hockey. A fast moving game and able to swim with the puck. Lots of advantages. There we go, going wide and see if the Colombians can defend that. Doing really well defending that.
A nice drive out of defence there by that last Colombian defender. You can see the second last Colombian defender in front of that guy actually got really out of position as the Kiwis drove back into the centre channel. It's on the near side wall here. The Colombians just sort of settling the puck down a little bit here as the Kiwis steal that puck back and go straight in the middle of the pool there, Nick.
Yeah, good recycle by the Kiwis there. It was great movement in that initial attacking play to put the puck into the highway, into the danger zone as the Colombians take possession from a loose pass though. As we go to the surface, subbing foul here being signalled by Hugo Crisp Hands Chavez on the surface. And he's looking for a white player. He's signaling a ref's timeout. Either that or he's building a tent over his head. No one's really 100% sure, but it's definitely a substitution foul against Colombia as a Colombian player goes to the bin here, Para.
Sí, vemos un mal relevo del equipo colombiano. Sale el jugador número 7, que es Santiago Morales. Colombia tiene un cobro en contra y con 5 jugadores en el agua. Estamos 6 contra 5. Esperemos que puedan mantener, defender y alejar la pastilla de la canaleta.
Yes, we've got Torto, David Diego there, chiming in on the chat saying Kiwi boys just need to get their phase 2 going here, as we've got another signal for breaking this time. So team warning going against Colombia for breaking, and the Colombians signalling a timeout there, Ben.
Yeah, good time for Colombia to signal a timeout, I believe. Get a bit of fresh lungs in there, resettle because they are one man down, and see what they can do defense-wise. They did really well that last time, so let's see who can come out with the advantage from this.
It will be interesting to see. Interestingly, yesterday the Colombians got pinged a lot for breaking on free pucks against them, and they spent a fair bit of time in the bin against the Turkish guys. So disappointing early on to see the Colombians in the bin again for a breaking type infringement out of the sub bench there, Nico.
Yeah, and I think Santiago Morales, Mora, who's out on the side there, he was the one getting into trouble yesterday as well. He's a very passionate, very energetic player, and he's just wanting to get out and hit that puck early, but sadly just a little bit too excited there, Para.
Sí, a Mora lo han traicionado un poquito las ansias de gol y de triunfo que tienen. Hay que manejar un poquito más esa energía para que toda esa energía que tiene sea más productiva para el equipo. Es magnífico jugador. Colombia defiende nuevamente una pastilla a 5 metros de la canaleta.
The camera angle there just giving us a 100% understanding of what's going on as we get all bodies in the bottom of the pool, and the Kiwis try and move the puck towards that corridor there, but just the Colombian fence doing a good job of sweeping it wide, Ben.
Yeah, well, that camera is awesome. Great positioning. You see exactly what's happening. But it looks like it's a stick infringement against New Zealand, and the Colombians move up the pool.
And obviously, if you like the camera angle and you love the game, you're watching on YouTube live, please go to gofundme.com/Hobart2017 and chuck some dollars in the kitty there, please. Nico.
Yeah, look, especially considering we've spared no expense, we have a milk crate strapped to the side of the pool holding that camera in there, which high-tech streaming broadcast coming to you live from the Doon Kennedy Hobart Aquatic Centre, supported by the Tasmanian Government and Hobart City Council, as the Colombians pushing into unfamiliar territory here into the Kiwi defence, Para.
Tenemos ya otra vez la situación de 6 contra 6 y Colombia acercándose a la canaleta Kiwi. Esperemos, hay una salida en diagonal de los Kiwis y Colombia la corta para volver a llevar al muro para intentar hacer la diagonal en tanto puedan armar la jugada.
Just watching the Kiwi attack there, Ben, it seems to be a staple of theirs this game. I mean, they've put 80 goals in for the tournament, so they've shown they can put them in, but one of the plays they use a lot is that throwing that puck in behind and just trusting that they're going to get the numbers streaming in to back them up and get the drive away as we see them break it to the outside. But I just feel against this Colombian outfit, if they keep throwing that loose pass in there, the Colombians, they just keep so many players on the bottom, it's going to make it hard for them to get some of those breaks.
Yeah, that's where the fitness comes in of New Zealand. We're a fit team, and we expect our players to be down there, so those passes are just kind of more just, having faith in the teammates being there.
And just over 12 minutes gone in this first half, Stu. To me, it looks like the intensity starting to take its toll on the players as we start to see some loose pucks being thrown into the corridor.
Yeah, there is some loose pucks going around by both teams, actually. A lot of both teams are actually trying to force advantage, and at the end of those forced advantages, the Colombians, as you see here, getting an infringement for obstruction. The Kiwis are getting an advantage puck on the far side of the court. At the end of those forced swims, both teams have players just flicking the puck to hope, I guess, that someone else is going to be there. And it's really not working for either team at the moment. So I think as we proceed forward, it'd be nice to see both teams just sort of tighten that up there, Nico.
Yeah, look, we certainly saw in the previous under-19 men's game that it was the team that could complete their passes that came away with the victory there. The New Zealand under-19 boys making sure every pass went to a bat and really putting in a dominant performance. So I certainly think the first team here who can find a teammate's bat with those passes is the one who will take control, Para.
Bueno, Colombia sigue haciendo un juego muy inteligente, un juego muy apretado. Ahora presiona a New Zealand por todo el centro. Esperemos que los chicos, bueno, ahí la estamos alejando hacia el muro. Es la defensa que tienen preparada. Mucha ansiedad, muchas ganas de medalla. Y sale Santiago Covaleda.
Yeah, so Santiago, number 7 for Colombia, is back in the pool now. So they're up to full strength, as you can see. Emmanuel, number 4, going on a nice little overlap here with the Colombian guys streaming in behind. The Kiwis are very quick to follow them down the pool, but the Colombians are pushing it all the way into this attacking right-hand corner. They come off the wall. Kiwis stop them on that back wall. The Colombians trying to get it out and onto the tray. It'll be interesting to see what happens here as the refs call it against Colombia. Number 13, Kui, I believe, for stick infringement there, Nico.
Yeah, Kui's had a great tournament, but he has spent a fair few minutes in the bun. And it'll be interesting to see if he can just calm himself down and get back into the game. But still, neither team really taking that possession and going out of their way to get it. Some interesting comments on the chat there, Ben. Fergus saying that you guys just need a bit more bromance, and this could be a Kiwi win.
Well, there's quite a lot of bromance in our team already, but yeah, we just need to get in there and you know, be there for each other, brotherhood. So you say bin? What do you? How do you say?
Bun.
Wow, because you know New Zealanders say bin, but you say what was it?
Bun.
Well, I'd actually like to
Very
explore. I'd actually like to explore just how much bromance you guys have been putting.
Muy bien, muy bien. Colombia se acerca peligrosamente a la portería y bueno, presionen chicos, necesitamos mucha presión para que esa pastilla pueda entrar por el muro. Es uno de los lugares más difíciles para entrar y más con la presión que hace New Zealand.
Nice.
Defienden, vamos a mirar, están dando una...
And if that footage doesn't make you feel like you are in the pool on the corner of the tray right then I don't know what will, as we go to a replay here to see what the referees might have seen there, as it was bodies on the bottom and a hard-fought defence. As you see the Colombian player coming in from the outside, strong play. Who is that New Zealand player at the back there, Ben?
So that was Danyan, who was initially there. Then the guy, it was Nikili, who came in behind and defended that goal.
Danyan rested yesterday in the semi-final game, so he should have fresh legs in there today.
Yeah, he is. He's a strong player, Danyan, and he's our Gammy, left-hander. So it's good to have him in the pool. And being left-handed in that situation helped him.
Yeah,
bueno, muy bien.
Gol,
Penalti gol de parte de Colombia. Había una falta de los equipos de Nueva Zelanda justo en esa jugada y es un penalti gol a favor de Colombia. 2-1. Muy bien, chicos.
Yeah, so a 45-second ref's time out there and only 20 seconds left in this half. Stu, that's some great momentum for the Colombians and a bit of a knock for the Kiwis there.
Yeah, like Paris said, vamos Colombia, goal. Well done, boys, for getting it done there. That was a real breath-hold contest for both teams on the corner of that tray, and obviously the refs deciding there was enough of an infringement to award the goal for the Colombians. As you see the contest continuing over the far side of the court. Another infringement has been called. This is a half-time infringement, so both teams will swap ends. And looking at the live chat here, lots of people from Colombia and New Zealand and Australia tuning in there, with Dane Burmester saying, yeah, boy, and Kimberly Hernandez saying, vamos Colombia, and Juan Pablo barracking for Colombia there as well. Please also don't forget to go to GoFundMe.com/Hobart 2017 and show your support there, Para.
Sí, sigan haciendo y mandando la energía. Están los chicos haciendo muy buen juego. Es un juego muy apretado con dos equipos que juegan muy similar. Igualmente en la final de esta tarde va a estar dos equipos con un juego muy similar, que son Turquía y Francia. Son equipos que se parecen mucho. Recuerden que este juego es la reedición del mundial anterior, en el que New Zealand y Colombia también pelearon la medalla de bronce.
And if I get my technician to flick to the whole court camera there, we'll look across and see what the Colombians are up to. This has been a pretty typical movement we've seen from all the Colombian teams at half-time, where they're doing a popping up and down and a quick, almost a hyperventilating flushing. As we go to a replay of the play here, it's hard to see where the infringement's been called, because there's just so many bodies in there, but it looks like the refs were chatting about some stick infringement and possibly some gloving in there, Ben.
Yeah. You know, one of those things in this level hockey, you know, everyone's down and you stop the goal at any cost, and must have just gone onto the guy's hand, and he, instead of pulling away, he kept pushing, and apparently goal was scored.
So another interesting stat I've got here, Stu, this Kiwi under-23 men's team, 100% win rate when Matt Hart puts his wetsuit on.
Yeah, that is a very interesting and valuable statistic. I think that's definitely something that Ben can take back to Matt. You know, obviously sometimes the majesty of the dad bod might work for you, but in this case I think maybe it's just a little bit too majestic for you lads to handle, Ben. So when he dials it down, when he locks it in, you guys can focus more maybe.
Yeah. Well, at the start of the tournament, every morning Matt Hart was going to the gym, and that lasted 2 days. But you know, at least he tried. You know, we have lots of respect for Matt, and yeah, we love him. He's a good coach.
Well, we love him here too in the commentary box. He's a good sport, a great lad, and as Ben said, a really good coach with lots of experience, having played hockey at the highest of levels for a lot of years. So well done there, Matty. It's certainly a testament to the coaching, just how good a team these Kiwi lads are, and also a whole bunch of really good boys. And so are the Colombians, I should mention there, Nico.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of my favourite Matt Hart stories from this week is he actually purchased the wetsuit after he arrived, but then he copped so much ribbing from you on his dad bod, he was too scared to put the wetsuit on, so he actually just went with the shivering cold for the first 2 games after buying it before you left him alone so he could put the wetsuit on confidently.
Yeah, fair enough too. He just wanted to get a couple more days of like, okay, yep, they've called me on the dad bod, I'm just going to have to sort of sleep in the bed that I've made for a couple more days before I just sort of tighten it up and put the doona on, so I understand where he's coming from.
Muy bien, inicia el partido nuevamente. Veamos a Cuy Sadik iniciando con una nadada muy rápida, ganó la pastilla y la dirigió hacia el muro. Aprovecho para saludar a todos los de Latin Power, a Laura Moreno, Matías, Tania, Ismael, que están muy pegados de la transmisión. Envié también a Natalia y a Simón. Saludos para todos ellos. Defiende Colombia ahora hacia la zona de relevos. Muy bien, Cuy, calidoso.
Yeah, thanks for that, Para. It's great to have someone in here who's willing to talk about the game and focus on it. Obviously, Stu constantly leading us down the rabbit hole of worry as the game gets bottled up in the corner there underneath the Colombian bench. Colombia wearing white and playing with white sticks, and the Kiwis in their traditional black as we see a tough tussle in the corner here, Ben.
Yes, New Zealand's doing really well, but Colombia's doing extremely well, taking it out of the corner. Another thing, after the game, if you want to zoom in on Matt, we'll show you the 2-man takeoff of his wetsuit.
Oh, it's a 2-man thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's almost like they spray it onto him, Stu.
Yeah, well, I'm actually surprised that Ben offered that up, because he's been someone that's been defending Matty up until this point, but obviously we just worn him down, and he's just offered that one up to the commentary box, and well done you, Ben, for just joining the fray. It's awesome. Para.
Muy bien. Colombia rompe por todo el muro, tiran una pastilla al centro que desafortunadamente no tiene la marca suficiente y New Zealand la cambia hacia el muro, hacen una nadada de defensa para luego mandarlo otra vez al centro, pero Colombia corta bien ese intento y ahora se enfrasca el juego en toda la mitad y Colombia presiona hacia la canaleta. Muy bien, presión, se le perdió la pastilla, muy bien. Cámara, muy bien. Bueno, defiende New Zealand, presiona Colombia.
Yeah, good bottom time from the Kiwi backs there, Ben, sweeping that one out. We've got a signal in front of the booth here. Number 4 getting pulled up there for illegal knockdown there, Ben, putting the pressure back onto the Kiwis in front of their bun.
Yeah, Daniel Kemp legally knocking down. That's all right. You know, strong defence by New Zealand. We'll have to just show them the way we defend and hopefully be strong here. So New Zealand's doing really well getting out of the goal box, but Colombia comes out strong. Joel Samuel's swimming with it, but a disadvantage puck to New Zealand, I believe.
Yeah, so just to put it in perspective for you here, guys, the few minor mixing issues we have, I'm looking across here at my technician, who's actually a trained professional, but he's got an 18 windows in front of him that he's trying to flick between cameras doing some 2ME mixing, which I'm told is the equivalent of trying to complete a 540 barrel roll with your eyes closed, Ben.
Yeah, very hard job. So, you know, we're very happy that you can do that for us. So it's
Muy bien, una falta a favor de Colombia, vuelve y cobra. Los chicos tenemos una pastilla a 5 metros de la canaleta. Vamos a mirar, esperemos que en esta sea el gol de la tranquilidad.
Yeah, let's not forget just how well the Colombians are playing right now here, lads. They're putting a lot of attacking pressure on the Kiwis, and the Kiwis are really doing a valiant but under pressure job of soaking up this attacking pressure that the Colombians are applying as the buzzer goes. It's going to be interesting to see who actually gets this free. I think it's a warning against Colombia there for a pretty serious stick infringement there, Nico.
Yeah, Santiago Caballeda, the number 5 for Colombia there, basically just taking Nick Healy's mask and arm off. And given the size of Nick Healy, that's very brave from Santiago there, Para.
Sí, bueno, Santiago Caballeda, jugador de Bogotá, muy calidoso, cometió una falta ahí en esa entrada de Colombia y desafortunadamente New Zealand puede salir de la presión. Aprovecho para saludar a Felipe Tobón, muy pegado a la transmisión y uno de los jueces más dedicados que tenemos en Colombia.
one of the Colombian lads just losing his snorkel, aka the mouth chimney, in that ferocious battle that's going on down there, Benny boy.
That's a very interesting way of calling a snorkel a mouth chimney. Wow, that's
just add that one to your repertoire, mate.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Apparently, another name for the bin is a net as well for the Canadians.
Which is net, tin, bin, goal, tray. It's all been happening here, and we've had something put in it every time this comp's due. Most games it's getting filled. There's been one game we've had a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I think the net is actually just a flow-on from ice hockey, I believe, there, Para.
Sí, veamos una muy buena salida de Colombia, muy buen juego. Está muy fluido, muy fluido esa forma de juego que tienen ambos equipos y permite que ambos, que el partido sea de ir y venir.
And Jake Hocking busting out some Me gusta Colombia, un gol muy bueno, pero hoy vamos New Zealand. So a bit of Spanglish going on in there, Stu.
Yeah, he's busting down a bit of Spanglish.
Muy bien. Tercer gol confirmado. Sí, confirman el gol. 3-1 para Colombia. Muy buen gol. Se acerca la medalla de bronce. Gol del número 13, Cuy Sadik Upegui. Muy bien, Cuy, calidoso.
Yeah, an awesome goal there by number 13, Cuy Upegui. And not only an awesome goal, but an awesome celebration of a goal. Look at him; he's still flexing his muscles in the sub bench there as the lads pat him on the back. And well done to him. You can see his atypical piranha tattoo. He's one of the Banda Piranhas, one of the club teams from Medellin there, Nico.
Yeah, big sandwich handed out off that strike there by the Kiwi forward as he just slips past and into the pack of piranhas. Great goal and great celebration. I like to get around a good celebration after a goal, as long as someone else is doing it. I'm not into it myself. Ben, you like to jump out of the water, maybe a bit of douchebag cowboy, or what's your celebration of choice?
I'm not too much of a celebrator. If anything, I'll just put a fist up, but just to show that I scored to the family. But not really celebrating too much. But here's a nice goal by New Zealand, and the game is still in it for New Zealand. So let's see what can be done here. So well done to Nick Houston.
Way to respond there from New Zealand. Two players swimming unobstructed into the tray by themselves. Nick Houston obviously joined us for an awkward commentary in here yesterday, Stu, and putting one on the board in there today.
Yeah, I think he's one of the second highest goal scorers in this division, slightly behind Nick Healy. Really nice goal there. You can see how much Hamish is blowing at the moment. He's having a bit of time out at the back of the bench as this game continues. Surprisingly, the Colombians just really letting themselves down, letting two Kiwis through their defensive structure and into a lot of space behind them there, Para.
Sí, bueno, vemos una pequeña desconcentración de los chicos ahí, bajaron la intensidad, parece que el gol, también el costo físico de hacer ese gol les costó que la reacción de Nueva Zelanda los cogiera un poco desprevenidos y entró de una manera más o menos libre ese gol. Colombia a defender, aprovecho para saludar a Ángela Montoya, mi esposa Susana, las extraño mucho y bueno, pegadas de la transmisión que con seguridad que aquí va a haber medalla.
A real couple of nice curl, reverse curl, and then curl again, inside out move by that, I think it was the Kiwi fullback or maybe the pivot, Nick Healy, just putting a couple of moves together, a fair bit of stick candy going on there in the pool. So well done, Nick, for displaying your skills as the Colombians still playing it safe out to this near side wall, just under their sub bench there, Ben.
Yeah. This is the time for New Zealand and Colombia to really put in the full yard. Positioning's not super important. You just need to get in there, get the puck, and swim with it. Everyone's getting tired. You just need to have those swims, and the guys who get the swims and score the goals win. So close game still, and let's see what happens then.
Yeah, it certainly seems like the ferocity has been kicked up a notch in this last few minutes with bang on 7 minutes left in this second half of this bronze medal battle of the Titans here to try and get that silverware for the cabinet at home as the Colombians making a strong drive up the wall there, Para.
Sí, Colombia ha hecho muy buenas jugadas en el muro, la capacidad física de los jugadores nos da para hacer eso. Estos dos equipos se parecen mucho, lo repito, y bueno, estamos viendo un muy buen partido de hockey. Esto es hockey de alto nivel, a nivel de élite. Ahora defiende Nueva Zelanda y trata de hacer una diagonal y es interceptado por el defensa colombiano que intenta meterla nuevamente al centro para hacer la trenza.
So you can see this contest continuing. The Colombians have got the puck at the moment, right at the start of the highway to the danger zone there. It's sort of like going backwards and forwards, trying to find a little space in between this very strong and heavy Kiwi defence. They're sort of rocking and rolling. Cuy Upegui going all the way to the tray. That might actually be goal number 4 there for
Vamos a ver. Confirman. Sí, confirman. Gol colombiano. Número Ya les iba a decir, número 13, nuevamente Cuy, Sadik, Upegui presente en el marcador, muy bien Cuy, una jugada colectiva del equipo colombiano, veíamos a Mora presionando muy fuerte, Manuel Zapata también estaba presente y Cuy finalmente la empuja a la canaleta, 4-2 gana Colombia, tiempo fuera por parte del equipo de Nueva Zelanda y quedan exactamente 5:55 para jugar.
Yeah, Kui Pegway and Santiago Morales there having a big bromance celebration on the surface. It's the highway to the danger zone. They were asking for the opportunity to buzz the tower. New Zealand said no, and they just went ahead with it anyway. And Kui, aka Maverick, putting that one in the bin at the end there, unfortunately for the Kiwi boys, Ben.
Yeah, unlucky for the boys. We still have time though. Need to really get together and just put it in there. Put your full heart into it, boys. You know, if I could be talking to you guys right now, you know, really push hard, boys, and let's go New Zealand, eh?
Yeah, look, this game by no means over. 5 minutes and 55 seconds. A Kiwi team that's put 80 goals in this tournament. They've got 4 of the 5 highest goal scorers, Stu. This is still anyone's game.
Vemos esa cámara de superficie cerca, muy cerca a los jugadores de colombianos. Veíamos a Felipe Pernet antes del inicio. Nuevamente sale Colombia, sale Nueva Zelanda. Es un choque de titanes en el centro de la cancha. Presiona Colombia hacia la portería Kiwi.
As you can see, a lot of people getting involved in the live chat as this game continues, and thank you very much everyone for tuning in. It's awesome to see just how much support both of these teams are getting. The Colombians pushing a really nice line here into attack all the way down to the defensive right-hand corner of the Kiwis. The guys picking it up and just choosing to drive straight at the moment. Not uncommon to see the Kiwis driving a 45 out of that corner there, Ben.
Yeah, it's a risky move, but sometimes you know, gets those runaway goals.
We've got a signal on the surface here. The referee's pulling out Santiago Morales there. Mora, he's been active this game for a illegal knockdown there, and it's an advantage puck for New Zealand right under their substitution area. 200 viewers joining us at the moment, Stu, for 80 hours of footage watched on this game so far.
Yeah, it's very impressive, and a lot of those people are tuning in from Colombia. We'd like to say a big Spanish shout-out to those guys. Over to you, Para.
Muy bien, vemos aquí las familias pegadas del chat, sigan apoyando, mandando sus buenas energías. Cuy, bueno, se ha hecho presente hoy con 2 goles en el marcador. Esperemos que los chicos puedan mantener la presión y mantener este marcador, esta diferencia. Cuando New Zealand hace una nadada hacia la canaleta colombiana, muy buena defensa colombiana por el momento.
Dangerous position for the Colombians here, Paco, as the Kiwi boys making a great swim. We've got a signal from the referees on the surface. Substitution again. We're seeing a substitution foul against Colombia here, and that's going to see one of them in the bin there for a minute. Yeah,
disappointing again for the Colombians. Really, basically a lack of discipline by the lads. It does not take very much discipline to just wait until the head comes up into the sin bin before someone goes. So, unfortunate for those boys, they're going to have to soak up a lot of pressure against the Kiwis here, Para.
Sí, nuevamente Mora es expulsado por un mal relevo. Esperemos que los chicos puedan mantener esta diferencia de 2 goles que les dé tranquilidad para finalizar. Veíamos a Andrés Urueña saliendo por el muro, muy bien, es una muy buena escapada. Emma, vamos negro, vamos. Faltó filtrar el pase para que Manuel la cogiera. Sabemos que no es fácil, bueno, ya hablamos acá con el deseo más que con la capacidad.
Number 12, Andreas Ureña there, making a huge drive, but just unable to release it to his support, Stu.
Yeah, he had his mouth chimney out and everything. It was just trailing in the breeze as he was swimming down the pool there. I know you love that term, Benny boy, as we see the Kiwis on a big counter-attack.
Yeah, Kiwis doing well, you know, still pushing hard, which is good to see. Not giving up, which is a great for the boys, yeah. Looking like they're really trying hard, trying to find that space, but Colombian being down and just having the long breath hold by the looks of it.
Once again, number 12, Andreas Ureña, just flopping the mouth chimney out there. I think the breeze and draft in that mouth chimney could really be affecting his play here, Stu.
Yeah, he's obviously not liking it too much. Maybe he's lost a lug or something like that. No one likes one lug as the Colombians go back to 6 in the water. Santiago Morales joining the game here again, Para.
Sí, bueno, Santiago acaba de entrar nuevamente, ya somos 6 contra 6 otra vez, se igualan los números en el fondo de la piscina y esperemos que alguna de estas defensas nos permita clarificar alguna jugada y salir de la presión.
And it's make or break time for the Kiwis here, Ben, as we've got your cousin Emmanuel asking for a shout out there, so I'll let you deal with that in the chat. Well, that kind of thing's, you know, it's not my ground.
Shout out to Emmanuel, love you man. It's my cousin in Christchurch. The boys are doing really well here. Just need to get down and finish this goal off though. All in and yeah. Talking about chimneys, just like a chimney, snorkels need to be cleaned as well. If you look in your snorkel and you scrub it out, lots of black stuff comes out. Yeah,
often a lot of the time it's just best not to look in there. You know, like no one really likes to have that reality check of actually what goes on in your snorkel. Just forget about it and get that quality oxygen when you need it, I guess, as this game continues and the Kiwis drive a nice right hand deep line into the defensive corner in Nico.
Yeah, the Kiwis playing some good phase two, recycling that puck behind, but just opting for that straight swimming power, and the Colombians in defense here again.
Sí, vemos, ya entramos a los últimos 2 minutos de juego, sacan a un jugador colombiano por falta con el stick, cuando a Cuy Sadik, mientras que Felipe Pernet, vemos a Felipe Pernet pidiendo el tiempo fuera colombiano, cuando falta 1 minuto 34, para terminar el partido. Vamos dos goles por encima, tenemos que cuidar muy bien esta pastilla, otra vez en inferioridad numérica, 5 contra 6, esperemos que las podamos defender. En pantalla tenemos a Santiago Cobaleda.
So you can see the Colombians calling a timeout here. You can see the Kiwis all corralled up, having a chat to Matty, and there's Kiwi in the bin for a stick infringement. You can see a close-up of the captain of the Colombians, Felipe Pernet, just having a chat to his lads, just settling them down. They know they're on the precipice of glory here, so if they can see this next 2 minutes out, they are definitely going to take this game. But the Kiwis, obviously, they're still in it with a chance, so it's going to be very interesting how these last 2 minutes play out there, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. Boys have to dig in deep. This is the last 2 minutes, I believe. So they really need to score 1 goal quickly and another goal to draw here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely words of wisdom from Matty Hart, no doubt there, as we see a great view of the setup. Kiwis opting for everyone behind the puck and just the big shove and go, and it's got it onto the corner of the tray. There's a lot of bodies there, Stu, but it looks like it's been swept out the far side.
Yeah, the Colombians have just gone a full don't argue, I'm going the other way move, and it's really paid off for them. What an absolute smart release in pressure there, Para.
Tremenda kamikaze vimos ahí, era una jugada muy difícil en la canaleta y uno de los defensas, creo que fue Felipe Pernet, el que la pudo llevar al otro muro. Vuelve Colombia a defender, New Zealand a intentar hacer la diagonal hacia la canaleta, queda 1 minuto de juego, defiende Colombia, muy bien.
Yeah, but danger time here, but it's been reversed and the Colombians are away on a fast swim. He's keeping that player out there. That might be, looks like the number 12, was it again? Andreas Arena, keeping the mouth chimney in there, Ben.
50-42 segundos, la medalla es nuestra, ya es muy difícil por tiempo que nos anoten 2 goles, esperemos que podamos mantener esta pastilla otros 30 segundos, la medalla de bronce para Colombia, estamos a 30 segundos de lograrla.
So Colombians back to the full strength of 6 here. The Kiwis desperately trying to create something. They know they're really running out of time now. Stick infringement against Colombia. There is only 28 seconds remaining in this game, Nico.
Yeah, and sadly it's just a little bit too little too late from the Kiwi boys as they've picked up the pressure here in the last 5 minutes, but the Colombians have just done a great job of sweeping it wide off that tray, and look, credit to both teams for putting in a huge effort, but as the clock counts down the last 20 seconds, I think this could be the first bronze medal for Colombia in this division, Para.
Sí, primera medalla en la división sub-23 para los hombres. Recordemos que las chicas son campeonas y en contados minutos las vamos a tener jugando. 4, 3, 2 segundos para la medalla de bronce. Colombia, medalla de bronce. Muy bien, muchachos. Muy bien. Vemos en pantalla la celebración de los colombianos. Saludos a todos en casa. Un abrazo.
And there is a fair celebration going on in there from those young Colombian chicos. That's a huge effort from them with everything that's gone on this week. It has been a massive week for these boys, and to come away with the first medal for Colombia in the under-23 men's division. Ben, sadly the Kiwi boys not quite enough today, but they've played a strong tournament, and tip of the hat to them, and they've represented Broland proud there.
Yeah, definitely. Really proud of the boys. Unlucky there. Colombia played an awesome game, really good game, and just wanted a little bit more than us. So well done to Colombia. So thanks for the support, New Zealand, and I'm going to hop out and be with the boys now. So thanks very much, guys.
Hopefully we'll get Benny to have a chat to his lads out on the pool deck if you don't mind, mate. But look, I'd just like to say a very heartfelt shout out to both these teams. both these teams absolutely chock-a-block full of some really great lads, amazing competitors, and really the future of the sport displayed here during this game. Colombia versus New Zealand. Obviously, congratulations to Colombia for a really hard-fought win. Commiserations and well done to New Zealand for an amazing competition, and they really have played an amazing brand of underwater hockey during this comp there, Nico.
Yeah, and look, a big shout out to Ben. Thanks for coming in and joining us. It's always a tough thing to sit here and commentate, especially when your team doing it a bit tough in the game. But look, they held their heads high and played that one right out to the end. So credit to the Kiwi boys, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. Credit to both these teams. You can see them cheering each other and cheering the teams and cheering the refs. Everyone's cheering out there on the pool deck at the moment. We're going to try and get some interviews with these players, but while we're waiting, please don't forget about our sponsors, 6 Agua Underwater Hockey Gear, Shark Underwater Hockey Equipment, Hydro Underwater Hockey. Please go to their websites if you want any kind of underwater hockey candy. Whatever you need, they have got. Other sponsors here, Tasmania Government, Hobart City Council, Vertex Sport, Poco People, Wing & Co, and who have I missed?
RJ Finns, I think, is probably the last one, Stu, there. And then just checking in with our GoFundMe page as well, as long as those sponsors who have shown great support to help us put this event together. Without the support of everyone on the GoFundMe site, we wouldn't have managed to get where we are. So I think we've had now 90 people put some money in there for a total of $5,111 when I last checked. So we're at 51% of the way to our goal of 10,000. 99,924 views when I last checked. 819,462 minutes of hockey watched, which for you, Stu, would be a year and 203 days, which even for you would be a struggle to get through. 10,200 comments, 1,574 subscribers, and reflected by the victors of this game, the Colombians, 16% of our audience coming from Colombia, Stu.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing competition, amazing stats of all the people tuning in here, an amazing game just played out between the Colombians and the Kiwis. So, yeah, if everyone obviously can't be a winner, but the big winner for this tournament, especially displayed by this particular game that we've just watched, is certainly underwater hockey. And as I said before, the future of underwater hockey on display here, as you can see just how happy these Colombian lads are about their hard-felt win. Sally Steer chiming in and saying, well done, Colombia. And we're just going to cut to the pool deck now by the looks of it and have a chat to some of these players. Cheers.
Bueno, Felipe, primeras sensaciones después de este triunfo, primera medalla en esta división.
Sí, muy feliz, muy contento por haber ganado la medalla. Lastimosamente no se dio lo que queríamos, pues nos preparamos muy bien, vinimos a quedar campeones, pero nos tocó en la semifinal con un rival muy duro que es Turquía. Desde el principio sabíamos que era el rival a vencer, pero lastimosamente no se dio y nos preparamos muy bien para este partido, porque no nos podíamos ir sin estar en el podio, sin la medalla.
Mi hermano, felicitaciones, es un gran orgullo estar con ustedes acá y todo el apoyo para ustedes.
Muchísimas gracias, muchísimas gracias a todos por el apoyo en Colombia, a todos, sé que nos apoyaron mucho desde el principio. Por lo que pasó con nuestro entrenador, un saludo para él si lo está viendo, le agradezco mucho porque gracias a él también estamos donde estamos y quiero aprovechar y saludar a mi familia, a mi mamá, a mi papá, a mi hermano, los amo, gracias a Dios que estoy acá y los amo mucho.
Bueno, Mora, ¿qué sensación tienes después de este partido?
No, infinita gratitud con mis compañeros que me mostraron que podemos ganarle a los mejores cuando queremos. Sí, señor, le quiero agradecer a todos los que hicieron posible que llegáramos hasta acá, a pesar de todas las dificultades, hoy las superamos y gracias a mi mamá y a toda mi familia que me ayudó a llegar hasta acá y a la familia de todos que nos ayudó para cumplir este sueño. Muchísimas gracias.
Yes, we got poolside here. We're bringing in number 9, the captain for New Zealand. Yeah, I know you guys are very disappointed. Anything you want to start off by for your fans, all in the stands here and at home for us?
Yeah, just thanks for supporting us. Sorry we couldn't get the job done today, but I'm really proud of my team and how we've played this whole tournament, and I hope everyone at home and in the stands is as well.
Yeah, commiserations, and I know you want to spend some time with the boys, but thanks for joining us.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. So yeah, didn't go the way we wanted, but yeah, we're just really grateful that well, I'm really grateful that I get to play with such a great team, and for all the support that we have at home.
Yeah, pass our congratulations on the boys. Great game to watch and call in the booth, and go spend some time with the boys. And thanks again, mate, Chase. Yeah, that's from the pool deck here. We'll have to join us in 20 minutes when we have the first of our gold medal matches with the Australian taking on New Zealand, and join us then.